All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into this. Good evening, hello, welcome back to the Sandwich Show. This is your neighborhood sandwich man, Davey speaking. How's it going tonight? Yeah, I've got a lot of catching up to do with IRL work stuff. I mean, it's just I'm just uploading content. It's not a big deal. Like, it's not even something I even have to actively look at. So. But I have to monitor it because I figure, why would I waste why would I go on the clock and do this if I'm just uploading files anyway? Hey, Rahoma, what's going on? So good to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, just mentioning that I derped a dev site pretty bad, but I have a backup, so I'm just rolling things from the backup at the moment. So it's good to see you. Hope you're well. So, really exciting news. Tomorrow, we are going to be back here with our friend Pinball Sorcerer in the house, right here. He'll be standing probably right here. Or maybe he'll be on this side. I don't know yet. We're going to negotiate that when he gets here. It's really exciting. So, I I'm very excited to announce that I'm looking forward to having y'all back here. And as usual, you can do our sandwiches, we can do our questions. We have a lot to talk about. Pinball's had a really fun week in LA, and we'll recap the particulars tomorrow as we get into the stream. Yeah, true story. Pinball's in town. Pinball is in LA. He's been in LA all week with a group of friends of his, including our friend Calabine, of course. Pinball partner Calabine in the house. Muppet says, I vote Pinball sits in the chair and you glue yourself to the ceiling. The best I can do is this single foldable chair. So I can do that. Maybe I can glue myself to the foldable chair. But definitely Pinball will sit in this chair. I completely down with that, Muppets. Great to see you, by the way. It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. Muppets, I've seen you in and around other parts of Twitch, so it's really cool to see you back. Welcome in, and I hope you're well. And Ramos is what to that as well. So here's the entire schedule coming up. We have a lot of really cool guests coming. I'm really pumped about it, to be legitimately. Like, we have, not only do we have Pinball coming, but we have Iocane Powder on Monday. So I'm really excited. We have the Carrot. We're gonna do a D&D one hit. I think that's what you call it. One shot, one hit. We're gonna do a D&D one shot with the Carrot on April Fool's Day. So that's exciting. And I promise that's real. That's not a joke. And then we've got Firestone Rocks Drums on the 9th. And then later, much later, we have our friend Bass Boombox, who we all know as Bo. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Muppets. Sorry about that. Keep your head down, reading, watching TV. Cool. Well, just really quickly on Dune Part 2. It was great. I mean, people throw around the word epic lightly a lot these days. But this movie was truly deserving of the title of the epic designation. It was every bit an epic movie. Really just amazing stuff. Like, and then as I was saying I was saying in DMs to other people, like, I think the ending is going to be a surprise for some people, and that's as much as I'll say. I can't give away plot points, but it was really just the scale of the film, and the action in the film, and the twists and the turns. It really was something. It was really great. It's really great to see this pair of movies do the book series justice. Like, this is terrific. Like, the movie that came out it would be 40 years ago now, right? 40 years ago? Yeah, 40 years ago. 40 years ago. The movie that came out 40 years ago was just so underwhelming, and it was trying to do too much with too little. And I think I'm going by reviews when I say that. I've never actually seen it. I don't think I want to. It's been so poorly reviewed. I'm like, I wouldn't even attempt it at this point, especially now that we have like these new ones. These new ones are so good, like really good. And Brad mentioned the miniseries, which was out at some point, a little bit more recently. So, I'm really thrilled. Like, just a phenomenal job by all. Like, Denis Villeneuve, just terrific job with directing. It just really good. Like, just good stuff. Like, good stuff. Muppet says, I'll see Dune someday. Warner Brothers is my no-watch list these days, though. All right, well, maybe Disney will buy them out, and then you can watch it. But if you do ever feel the urge to watch it, I would recommend it. It's very, very good. It's very, very good. Like, it's complete. Like, I wouldn't even put it in the same league with anything DC's been doing with Warner Brothers. Like, it's not even close. It's so much better. Like, it's really, really good. So, yeah. But just all in all, just a terrific experience. I'm glad I got to see it on Tuesday, because I actually even got a little bit of a perk by doing that, because Tuesday's discount day at my local theater. So I already have movie credits, but what this allowed my opportunity to see it in the premium format without paying any extra for the price, because it was discounted slightly for that for Tuesday. So that was pretty sweet. And it's a long movie, as you would expect. I mean, Endgame was the same. Endgame was like 9 hours and 52 minutes long, so worth every minute, but still, it was long. You had to put the commitment into it, and it was great. It was a good time. So, all right, everything's looking pretty good. I'm imagining one of the things about Dune, both parts 1 and 2, that's really impressive is the casting. Like I'm amazed at how many incredible people they've gotten from this movie. Like actually, there's a lot of Marvel crossover. There are a few actors and actresses from the Marvel series that have come over to this series, and so it's pretty amazing. And you would expect, I'm sure there's probably going to be there's a third book called there's another book. So the original Dune book was huge, but then there is a follow-up book called Dune. And I don't even want to use the name because I feel like the name might give away some of the things that happened in the movie, so I won't. But there's a follow-up book. And I think for as much as this movie did, it simultaneously sets up a follow-up movie if they decide to go with one. But just incredible stuff, folks. Like incredible stuff. And it's also a very modern movie. Like the storytelling is modern, and yet it's just good stuff. Like it's just good stuff. Like I love the techniques they use to depict some of the characters. It is just good stuff. Good stuff. I'm not gonna go. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say it's like gonna be a best picture or anything next year. I don't know. I don't really get wrapped up in that sort of thing. But for my money, it was great. Like I was all about it. Like so, big props. Everyone who's been to it so far has loved it as well. I don't think it's going to be a universally loved film per se, but so far the reviews have been very overwhelmingly good. And, without really reading them, I just kind of went to see it, and I already loved what was happening in part 1. And it helps that I knew that there was going to be a part 2. If I didn't know there was going to be a part 2, I'd be like, what? That's it? But we know it's only a part 1. It even says it in the title at the beginning. So I'm like, okay, well, let's have a fun ride, and we did, and it was intense, and then it sets up for part 2, and part 2, just it was truly deserving of the word epic, truly good stuff. Yeah, so that's pretty much that's our stream. I don't have anything else to say. It was really great. So I'm glad to chat about anything tonight. Please let me know if there's anything you want to talk about. I'm also watching a basketball game while we do this, so we can talk about whatever. Let's chat tonight. There's no agenda tonight. And I think one of the things about the feeling, the catharticism, the cathartic feeling of having finished a movie like Dune 2, knowing that I have so many credits on my Cinemark Movie Pass account, like that just felt good. And now I've got I'm set up to watch even more movies. We got Ghostbusters coming out tomorrow, and then there's Kung Fu Panda 4. There's plenty of movies I'll be interested in for the next 3 months. So it's a good time to be a moviegoer. Let me finish with Team Muppets had a comment. Have you seen the trailer for the new Zachary Levi live-action Harold and the Purple Crayon? Looks weird. I have not seen that. So I don't really have I couldn't really say much about it, but I have. But I do like purple. Yeah. King says, "What was the Dune 2?" Hey King, what's going on? Good to see you. Welcome in, good friend. It's nice hanging out with you earlier today over at Jerfos. The Dune 2 running time was officially 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's insane. So you have to commit the night to it, and it's worth it. I mean, The Godfather was also 3 hours long, so it's not like this hasn't been done before. But it's interesting that movies would do that sort of thing and not have an intermission. It's maybe adding 5 minutes for us to take a break might be good. But it's cool. It's interesting. The interesting about Dune 2 is that it was 2 hours and 45 minutes. It did not feel like 2 hours and 45 minutes at all. It just went by like zoom. It was really, really, you were engaged. It was really, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel that length. Yeah, as great as Avengers Endgame was, I was feeling that like they're on the middle. I was feeling that like they're on the middle, like right about the point where people trying to go through the. I should probably not invoke spoilers. Even the 5 years on, I shouldn't invoke spoilers in this, but yeah, but The Godfather was the 70s. But yeah, right, for sure. Jordy says, hello, Davey. Sorry about your rough day. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. Oh, it definitely will be a better day tomorrow, regardless of how well today went. Oh, I know. And it wasn't even just the work. It was just like I couldn't swim today either because I was stupidly left my swim cap and my goggles at the Y the other day, the other day when I last went to swim. And that was embarrassing. So I have to go and I have to reorder, and I have reordered those pieces. So I just went to Amazon and rebought those things, and they'll be arriving tomorrow. But I'll be losing exercise over that, so stinks. But it's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's if you're gonna lose something, at least something relatively inexpensive is the way to go. You know. So it's an easy fix. Muppet says, I tried watching Oppenheimer the other day, a bit too intense for me. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm not gonna see it. That's intense for me too. I'm not gonna lie, Muppets. King says, I'm curious with the average attention span these days. Well, it's just funny. Like, you would think that nobody would watch a movie like Dune 2 or Avengers or, you know, or Oppenheimer is actually another good one, like a good example. Like, you would think that there'd be no business for things like this. You think there'd be no business for Twitch, because Twitch is just like this thing where you're here hanging out and people are on for like 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. I think people, I've seen someone's doing a 12-hour stream tomorrow. Someone's doing a 24-hour stream tonight. It's like, you would think that there'd be no market for this in 2024, but actually, I guess it's more than I would have imagined. So, I mean, I can speak for myself. My attention span is not great. I struggle with it all the time. And that's kind of might be part of the reason why I'm doing this thing I'm doing with my work right now. But again, I have the means to recover from the situation, restore the site, and try again. It should be all right. In fact, it actually gets easier when you do that again, when you're restoring from a backup a site, and then you get back into it. It should be all right. That should be all right. There's not as much, not that much. There's no deadline or anything right now, so it should be okay. So I guess I kind of proved King's question because, like, I didn't answer the question. I'm sorry, King. I'm curious what the average attention span these days. Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know, but it's surprisingly better than we think, because I feel like if attention span was truly as bad as we've all said it is, then who would go on a Twitch stream and watch something for like 3 to 4 hours? Like, it's just interesting, right? Like, it's somehow we have the duality can exist. Hey, Charlie, welcome back. Muppets asks, are you planning on watching the X-Men 97 series? I would like to. You know, the original cartoon was pretty cool. Like, I didn't actually watch it, but I remember getting about to watch. Like, I remember seeing the intro all the time, because I think I was watching something else, and they would show the intro to the X-Men series. And I may have watched like 1 or 2 episodes of it when it was on Fox, but the X-Men cartoon was great. It was actually really ahead of its time. Like, before Avengers, before Spider-Man had like 10 movies, you know. This was Marvel in those days. I remember it, and it's a pretty cool show. Yeah. So X-Men 97 is really neat because it literally just picks up where the old animated series left off. So it's actually like set back in time. So it actually goes all the way back to when that other series ended. So 97, right? So I would love to watch that show. It would be really cool. Now, here's some little nugget for all of you. King, can we give a shout to Dream On Music? Because Dream On's song Rebel Soul is in this series. It's in the show. Like, I just found out on Instagram today. That's pretty cool. Like, that is big news. Like, big time congrats to Dre. Like, that is really neat to have, like, a song in a really, really good in a really cool new series like that. That's on Disney Plus. Like, that's huge. Huge. Put all that attention span up against a 2-hour, 45-minute film. That's all I am saying. Well, it does appear, it really does seem like people have worked it out, because, like, I believe it's gotten done pretty well. I don't have numbers on me, but it's done pretty well at the box office. And now I can tell you, it's already been like over 2 weeks. I went to see it last night. This is a huge, like, auditorium. There was still, like, a lot of people. There were still a lot of people in that theater to watch that movie. So it's a good sign for Dune 2. It was really a good sign. So I guess we'll never truly know where the metrics are and those kind of things, King. It's a good question. But it looks like Dune 2's done pretty well for itself. And that's a good thing, I think. Jordy says, who wouldn't want to watch Davey for more than 4 hours? Count me in. Well, I appreciate you, Jordy. I mean, to be fair, this channel does have a lot going for it. I mean, the biggest thing about the Sandwich Show is that you're all part of it. Like, it's not just you watching. You're not just watching the show. You're all being part of it in different ways, right? Comments, point redeems, and people who rate in their comments, songs you pick when we do music, right? Games we play, trolling comments. It's a lot of fun interacting with all of you here. So, I do that on purpose. I want to make sure that it's not a one-way experience. I want everyone to be a part of it. This is what is troll. Now, King says, I recall folks getting up and going outside for a smoke during Titanic. Well, that movie would deserve it, though, to be fair. Like, that first end of Titanic was slow. I was like, you know, if they just made the second half of Titanic, like after it hit the glacier, if that was like everything from the moment that the boat hit the glacier to the end, if that was the movie, that would have been a spectacular movie. The first part of it wasn't as good for me, but everyone's mileage will vary on that. I mean, I understand the love story is what drives the film, because otherwise it's just a documentary. So I get it. But for different strokes for different folks, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I took at least one bathroom break during the first half of Titanic. Yeah. It does get really, really exciting though after that part. I think we all know how it ends, right? I hope so. Like, did anyone back in the day, like like 1998, like go on their radio show or whatever and go, all right, we're gonna talk about Titanic, no spoilers. Just like, no spoilers. No, I refuse. Almost just fuck the love story. I want to see these bitches drown. That's not that far off. I'm not. DJ spoiled the shit out of that movie. I promise the shit I spoiled it. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Well, welcome back, Charlie. Good to have you back. Charlie the Goddess is back. Welcome, Charlie. Ramos is just kidding. They escaped in a glass elevator. That would have been a fun ending too. Yeah. Oh, Muppets, I brought that up. That was very underwhelming. I'm gonna tell you. I was there. I saw it. Muppets, if you check the VOD, I mean, when I was on with Arcade Chris, I brought up that musical because I was like I'll just try to do a shorter version of the story. But so Muppet says people forget that there was a Titanic Broadway musical the same year as the movie. there's a reason why people forgot. It was very, very boring. It was just not good. I'm sorry to say. Like, so this was out at the same time as not only that movie, but Ragtime. So the idea that, I mean, Ragtime completely overshadowed anything else in Broadway that year. Like, Ragtime was just like taking over Broadway that summer. And so we had this field trip, and we're like, we're gonna go see a show. Okay, cool. Like, are we gonna go see Ragtime? Like, nah, we're gonna go see Titanic the musical, which is just funny in retrospect. And yeah, like I said, there's nothing memorable about it, to be honest. Like, I would be really interested to see if like our fellow Broadway friends like Trina and Mark and Abby and Laura would have any opinions on that musical. I wonder if they even remember it, and if they do, I'd be really curious like what they thought of it. And I think at that point that was my first. Imagine that being your first Broadway musical. It was, though. It was my first Broadway musical. So I was in high school. Yeah, but it was. My heart will go on, my stomach will not. Nice. Hey, Muppets, before I get to your next comment, did you end up catching that stream or watching a video of it all? If you have thoughts on it, please let us know. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. If you haven't, I would not go out of your way to go watch it. Hey, Crickster, what's going on? Good to see you. Crickster82 is in the house. Hello, friends. Watching you while making a crystal rose and dehydrating tomatoes. Now, that's a fun night. Good to see you, Crickster. Hope you're well. So nice to see you. Crickster says, as a musical fanatic, just no. Yeah, that's about right. So it's good. It's good to know my head was in the right place, at least with my first impression of that musical. It's an odd thing to have a musical about, right? Like singing and dancing about everybody drowning. It does seem kind of strange, but yeah. Muppet says, I recently found out that the guy who wrote the theme songs for Gullah Gullah Island, Bear in the Big Blue House, and Magic School Bus wrote songs for a MacGyver musical.
Dexter, sorry again. I need to definitely listen to the beat.
Muppet says, I haven't caught any mini VODs or streams at all recently. Oh, okay, that's fine. No worries. King says, oh, this is good. King says, I just heard from the other room. How the hell do they do a stage musical without drowning the orchestra pit or the people in the front row? That's a good question. Like, I don't even remember if they did or not. They should have. That's a good point. Oh my goodness. That's a good point. Okay, this transfer seems to be going well on my computer, so that's good. You know what, folks? I think this is a really good... Welcome to the theater. Here are your floaties. Yeah, exactly. I think this is a really good opportunity to... So there's a really unique way to do this. So I'm going to, and if any mod wants to pin this, I would be most obliged. We're gonna open the queue up. You are seated in the splash zone. That's fantastic. I love that. Okay, so in addition to, so Dune 2 sparks a really good. Technically, it's the same movie. It's not even supposed to be a sequel. It's just literally just half of the original movie, but for our purposes, we'll call it a sequel. But must we fitness instead? I did that to myself again. Crickster says it was not done Gallagher style. Again, this is part of the reason why it didn't work. See, this is a missed opportunity. This should have absolutely been the plan. It should have been like SeaWorld. Like, it should have been like splashing water, like waves coming at people in the seats. Like, they blew it. Like, this should have been the show. It would have been a lot more authentic. It's just too bad. Like, we get the satisfaction with Shamu that we don't get the satisfaction with Shamu that we get with Titanic the musical. It was right there. Like, they missed it. Like, so anyway, if you have a sequel that you've liked, in addition to, and Empire Strikes Back is too obvious, so I wouldn't use that. But anything else? What have been your favorite second movies? So, what have been your favorite sequels in your lifetime, like movies you watched, and specifically the second of a series of movies? If you have one, use ! Question and put the name of the sequel that you like, and I'll look at it on the screen. I'll see which ones you've all come up with. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Rahomus is Ghostbusters 2 better than Ghostbusters. That's not a bad call. I mean, Brad made that point. He mentioned that Ghostbusters 2 does not deserve that the grief it got, and I totally get that. It really, actually, you look at it again, and it's like it was a pretty solid movie. Yeah. Jordy says, ever hear about the movie called Constipation? It never came out. That's good. Good time. Never came out. That's pretty good. Mupp says Toy Story 2 is iconic. Oh, that's great. That's a great one. Crickster says Ace Ventura with Nature. That's a great one. That was a really fun. It might have even been better than no, I don't know if I go that far, but it was really good. It was very good. It was very funny. I enjoyed it too. So Crickster, I'm with you on that one. Ace Ventura with Nature Calls is solid. Rahomus says Back to the Future 2. Ooh, good one. Good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah. I think the Biff trolling is my favorite part of Back to the Future 2. Like, I think it just became more of a Biff movie than a Marty McFly movie, and I was there for it. It was really fun. Like, I love that old young Biff arguing with old Biff. It's like, it's make like a tree and leave. You sound like a damn fool when you say that. Like, that was great. I did enjoy that. Muppets is Paddington 2. Nice, solid. Hey, Brett, what is up, Brett? Welcome in, Brett in the house. How you doing? Shout out, Breddington. We're almost as Temple Doom. Well, I mean, it was a visually interesting movie. All right. Yeah, I mean, up until a few years ago, Paddington 2 had 100% of Rotten Tomatoes. Nice. Wow. But yeah, let's give a shout to our friend Brett. What up, Brett? Hope you're well. We were talking about movie sequels. So we talked about Ghostbusters 2 just a few minutes ago. And we agree with what you said earlier. Like, it's a better movie than it gets credit for, I think. And yeah. Brett says GB2 is great. Yeah. It really was pretty good. Like, the more I think about it, it's like, yeah, you definitely didn't lose the flavor of the original movie at all. And quite the contrary. So, the hate is a meme. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so in addition to those movies, like, are there any of the movies? We have had some good ones so far. I'll go clear the queue. And then Pulp Fiction is a great. Batman Returns. Yeah, that's not bad. Like, because that had Danny DeVito, the Penguin, and Catwoman. That's pretty good. Yeah. Solid. Aliens is better than Alien. Oh yeah, 100%. I've always said the same. It's a very exciting movie. Yeah. So that's another good sequel. All right, this ad. Just add this to Muppet says, I happen to like many 2000 sequels like Lion King 2, Aladdin 2, Mulan 2. Does Lion King 1.5 count as a sequel? Because that was spectacular. I love that movie. It was really funny. Like, I don't know when that came out. I don't know if it came out before 2 or after 2, but Lion King 1.5 is a very underrated film. I really enjoyed it. It was really funny. Yeah, Ernest Saves Christmas. Muppets, did you like that one? That must have been. I bet you that might have warmed your heart too. Am I right? Yeah, I kind of just I recused The Empire Strikes Back because like it was so obvious, but yeah, definitely. I mean, better than A New Hope, absolutely. I mean, there's no question, no question. And Wrath of Khan, oh yeah, that's also no question. Wrath of Khan, Star Trek the Motion Picture, better than Star Trek the Motion Picture? Yeah, 1000%. Yeah, people were kind of thought Star Trek the Motion Picture was meh, but Wrath of Khan is like an all-time great movie. Yeah, I'm with Brett there. Yep, and thanks for the shout, King. So we yeah, these are great. Shrek 2 is pretty good. Yeah, I mean the entire Shrek franchise kind of has not aged well overall, but when you compare what Shrek 2 was, did it drop off from Shrek 1? No, not at all. It was actually pretty. It kept it going. Like, I think the energy of Shrek 2 was right there with Shrek 1, so that's pretty solid to it, Crickster. Yeah. Brett says, if you like long form movie discussions, watch the rewatchables on the Ringer Network. Yeah, you're absolutely right. but also Brett's podcast too, of course. He does get into pretty good movie talk. Shrek 5 brings Shreksy back. I love it, Romo. Good stuff. The baby dragons make everything better. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. How are we doing? Yeah, this transfer's going all right. Okay, good. So, hopefully I can pick up the pieces of my upload after we complete stream tonight. I love all your choices, everybody. Keep them coming. Any other sequels that you like? Like, these are great. These are so good. And I'm going to put in a vote. I'm going to put in a vote for Godfather 2. And, you know, it's been talked about a lot how people say Godfather 2 is better than Godfather 1. It's like, how do you do that? But The Godfather is iconic. It was. It was great. It was intense. It was like so much more drama. It was like it was really, really good. Like, I think when the story arc shifts almost entire, like it shifts completely to Michael Corleone, like it was like we anticipated he was going to be the big boss. He's the big boss now, and then how does he manage being the big boss? Like how does he deal with the pressure of being number one? And it was a really phenomenal. It was a phenomenal film. Really, really good. Oh, 1.5 was later. No, 1.5 was later. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Watching boiling boric acid solution is as cool as super boring, just saying. I dig it, Kickster. Well, we're glad to entertain you while you work that, while you set that up. Borax, not boric acid. Oh, wow. T2's a great call, Brad. Huge call. That's a great call. Great call. It's kind of interesting. Like, I think, raise your hand if you saw T2 before T1. Like, almost everybody did, right? Like, I did, because it was in theaters when I was, like, 9. I didn't see it in theaters, obviously, but I saw it not too long after that. And much, much later, like, when I was already an adult, I found T1 on cable somewhere, and so I put it on, and it's like, wow, this movie is so much worse than T2. It's embarrassing. Like, it's funny. I mean, it's a good movie, but it's so cheesy compared to T2. T2 was like a cinematic masterpiece. T1 was just like one of those movies you would see like on Pluto TV or something like that. So just gives you an idea of like the level of improvement they had from 1 to 2, but it was still obviously a great story, and that's why it's a movie that could be redone. Like the original T1, not T2, but T1 could be redone, and it would be really good, I think, if they redid it. But with the technology and the writing and everything they had in 1984, like it wasn't quite there. But I still had a good time with it, you know. So, John Wick movies are great, love it. I like Back to the Future 3 actually. I thought 3 was pretty satisfying. Okay, well, I mean, it's interesting because I think I've known people who've also gone the other way. They'd be like, "Oh, Back to the Future's 1 and 3 are awesome. 2 is a turd." Like, I think they're all great. I don't feel like I need to pick sides there. So I respect that, Brett. John Wick movies are great. Yeah. Muppet says the first 5 Land Before Time sequels are pretty great. I wouldn't argue that. Yeah, Land Before Time's an awesome series. Rohamo says, "Look Who's Talking 2. Better than Look Who's Talking." But they were both shit. That's fair. I was like, I remember the one where they were kind of crying because they wanted some popcorn. That scene was in Look Who's Talking 2. Yeah, I'm not arguing. Yeah, no argument there. Yeah. That doesn't seem like one that's going to get revived anytime soon. Or I hope not, man. I've been surprised before. We'll see. King says I've watched T1 and T2 as a double feature. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be a fun night. Jardy says, "What do you think of Police Academy?" Well, I'm not gonna pretend that Police Academy was anything more than it was, which is just not, cheesy, stupid movies that were so funny. So I liked it. I thought it was fun, but I know it wasn't good acting at all and good writing at all, So, I think Police Academies 1 through 4 were probably very, very well set. Like, those were good, those were the best ones. And then they had to keep going for some reason. They went 5 and they did 6, and they even may have done a 7th one. It's like, it was already kind of an old tired joke by then. Yeah. George Clooney was in a Look Who's Talking TV show, and after a season and a half. I don't even remember that. That's interesting, Mups. Yeah. Spaceball 2, The Search for More Money. That was actually part of that was actually talked about, right, in the original movie? Like, I hope that comes out one day. I'm waiting for that and History of the World Part 2. Maybe they did it. Actually, I think they did do that one. I think they did do a History of the World Part 2. It wasn't as good, clearly. How could it be? Like, Part 1 was great. Part 1 was unbelievable. Like, really funny. Yeah, I probably wouldn't hold out. I mean, I think that might be a Discord movie event, Speaking of which, Rahomo and Brett, we owe you both movies, please. Brett selected his movies, selected the menu. Great call. Love it. And then Rahomo, when you got your movie set up, I'll be glad to schedule the Discord movie night, at a time of your convenience. It really would be amazing, though, if that Spaceballs 2 did come out. Like, I'd be all about it. Like, Spaceballs 2 Search for More Money. That's the perfect title, really, honestly. Like, I couldn't have done that any better. History of the World Part 2 failed because the show wasn't written by Mel Brooks. Yeah, naturally, yeah. If Mel Brooks isn't in it or a part of it, like, it's not gonna happen, right? So it's like, totally get that, Muppets. Brett says only the first Police Academy was great. Once they went to R PG-13, they lost their edge. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely more of an edge with Police Academy 1. Calling it great, I don't know if I go there, but it definitely was fun, Like, it was fun, for sure. Because, like, I feel like every Police Academy went down an order of magnitude in terms of cinematic quality. So going from 1 to 2, and then 2 to 3, and then by the time you got to 4, it was just kind of like caricatures crashing against one another. Yeah, but those movies would have been a lot better with an R rating, Like, this was back at a time when R ratings were, like, really an inhibitor to your ability to succeed at the box office. So, I can understand the franchise wanting to go in that direction at the time. You wouldn't have to worry about that today, though. Like, you could just do movies till the cows come home. Our movies till the cows come home. You'd probably be fine. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't even seen Major League 2. I mean, That would be weird. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't see Major League 2, Brett. Muppet says Home Alone 4, 5, and 6 were so bad. Oh, yeah, totally. Totally. I do think Home Alone 2 is pretty good, though. Yeah. But, I mean, yes, I realize that Home Alone 2 is just Home Alone 1 in a different city. Like, it's literally the same plot, right? It's quite legitimately the same movie, but instead of at his house, he's doing it in New York. So, like, it's totally the same movie, but it was still pretty good. I still enjoyed it. Brett says, I've only seen one good NC-17 movie ever. Was it Showgirls? I don't even know of another one. Craig says, I'm going to repeat myself because I am right now. Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. Oh, yeah! That was pretty good. I'm about that, Crickster. Yeah. But anyway, Brett's comment was, I've only seen one good NC-17 movie ever. Once you go past R, it's usually rough. Even the good one is hard to watch. Yeah, I gotcha. Jordan says the whole 10 years was a okay movie to me. Okay. King says nowadays PG-13 is that sweet spot. Yeah, I guess if you think about it, I believe most movies still have the PG-13 rating. So most of the Marvel stuff is PG-13. I don't think I know of one with... There might be one or two with R, but most of them are PG-13, yeah. Showgirls was terrible. Oh, it absolutely was. Absolutely. Like, I think there was one time where I tried to watch it, and I think it was on streaming services somewhere. I'm like, it's been however many years it was. I'm like, let's just see if this lives up to the hype or the notoriety. It was rough. It was bad. Wasn't worth it. King says Return of the Valley of Dolls, I think, is NC-17. Ah. Oh, yeah, Muppets, that's a good one. The Rescuers Down Under is a great sequel. That was a big I think it was a much better movie than the first movie. Yeah. That's a good one. It was so good that people didn't even know it was a sequel. Like, when it was out, and I was young at the time, I'll admit, but I thought, wow, this was a cool movie about the mice. And it was like, oh, this is actually a sequel to something that was much, much earlier. And, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good pick. It's a movie so good that you don't even realize it's a sequel. Like, that's a great movie. Jordy says, were you a fan of the Caddyshack movies? I was only a fan of the first one. It's kind of similar to what Brett was saying about Police Academy. It's just like, you get past the first one and it goes down sharply in quality from there. Like, it's not... Caddyshack 2 was kind of a joke. Like, I think key members of the cast were not in it, so it kind of made no sense at that point. Because the whole movie kind of revolved around all these really funny people, like, interacting with each other. So, if you're down, like, two of those guys, like, or two of those people, like, it's just not going to hit the same. Martin Lawrence had an NC-17 film from stand-up. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's interesting. I wonder if it was good. Never saw it. Brett asks, what was everyone's favorite movie of 2023? Mine was The Holdovers, and I said I'm sad Paul Giamatti didn't get the Oscar. Yeah. Well, I haven't seen that many movies, so I don't have much to go on. You said 2023, so it's not going to be Dune Part 2 then. So from what I've seen, this should track for everybody who's followed my work and the Sandwich Show for as long as you have. But it's gonna be Barbie. It was a really fun movie. Like, I loved it. It was great. It was great. It was witty. It was hilarious. It poked fun with people that really needed to have fun poked at, and it was great. I loved Barbie. Barbie was my favorite movie of last year. Like, it was really fun. Yeah. Christian, has there been movies since 2020? Yes. There are good ones too. And there are good ones out right now too. Jordy says Die Hard 2, 4, and 5 was the same way after the first one. It went downhill for me. Yeah, I don't remember a lot about 4 and 5. I remember a little bit about 2. I remember a lot about 3. 3 was actually pretty fun because You had that. You had the water container puzzle. So Samuel L. Jackson was one of the characters in the film, and then he and Bruce Willis's character, McClane, right? Detective McClane. They were trying to figure out like how do you get certain water from one to the other without like with only using one container or something like that. And my friend, one of my buddies, Jacob, and me and I, this was about like 2005, 2006. We were watching the movie, like, how do we do that? We spent like an hour trying to figure it out. And then we figured it out. We were all like, yeah! it was great. So that's why I love that movie, because of that puzzle. But so the first two Die Hard movies are pretty good. After that, I guess it would fall off a lot. Yeah. Ooh, Naked Gun 2.5. Love the call, Bro Homo. Yeah. That was a fun movie. Yeah. That definitely that was a good one. Yeah. Crixer says, I'm kidding, I saw Barbie. I just can't do sitting next to strangers having them cough and breathe on me. I do not get paid for having COVID. That's fair. But yeah, I mean, we're also talking about, like, we don't necessarily mean just at the theater. Like, we would definitely count movies you've seen on streaming or, you know, on cable or whatever. So all that counts. Like any movie from last year, if you saw it on Disney Plus or if you saw it at the theater, either way, like it's those are all valid. Muppet says, oh, Brett says, oh, should I like Killer Joe? Is a great movie and NC-17. Interesting. If you want to see Matthew McConaughey in a role you would never expect, highly recommend. Good stuff. But Muppet says, one 2023 film I want to see is the Nick Cage A24 movie Dream Scenario. Ooh, that's good. I've heard good things. Like Nick Cage is like, I'm back, baby. Like with that film, that was pretty good. The Mummy Return movies are pretty good. Oh yeah. I've never seen either Mummy. I want to see the original. I want to see the first new Mummy. Because The Mummy, I think, was like a really old movie. But yeah, I heard good things, Jordy. Yeah. And Brett's saying he watched it, was good. Thought HBO Max, cool. Crix just says, I went to see Barbie because my niece recommended it. My sister thought I would cry. I did not. Yeah. Oh, wow. Brett says Nick has made some great films lately, like Mandy and Peg. Peg made me cry, like, whoa. Okay. Ink's comment. Interesting. Okay. Matthew's saddlebags. All right. So we did the thing. I wonder if I've done enough work. I think I may have done everything I need to do here. Let me see if this will work. Got one more thing to do. All right. Let's go get it. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Have I seen the new Wonka movies? Yeah. Oh, that Wonka. I love Wonka. Now, not everybody did. It's interesting. Some people weren't into it, but I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was great. I mean, maybe great strong, but I thought it was pretty good. My only thing with it is that I was really expecting Wonka to go on an Indiana Jones type adventure all around the world and like discover chocolates in different places and things like that, and then go to the island to see the Oompa Loompas, and then like I thought he was going to be traveling all over the place in this movie, and he didn't. So that was disappointing to me, because like the trailer made it seem like Wonka was going to be all over the globe. Like dude was going to be like, was like pursuing chocolates, going boldly where no chocolatier has gone before, and I was just, it didn't quite happen. But with that said, it was really enjoyable, and it's a very good origin story. Yeah. Kings is just a lot of adult content in that one. I gotcha. Muppet says I've been watching a lot of British shows lately, Canadian shows too. You did a whole Nicolas Cage movie month one time? That's fun times. During COVID. Let's do 2 movies. Wow. What was your favorite movie in that set? Like, because that run he had in the 90s, right? He had like Con Air, The Rock, and then like there's one other one, I think. Was it Armageddon? Was it Armageddon? Was he in that movie? I don't remember anymore, but that's a run. That's a long run. Michael Bay was like part of his career to Nicolas Cage. Oh, no. Leaving Las Vegas, I think's the other one, yeah. That was pretty solid too, actually. Yeah. Oh, Matchstick Men, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, no argument there, Brett. Yeah, Roald Dahl's actual Oompa Loompas from the book are problematic. Yeah, that's fair. There has to be some artistic license utilized there in order to make that acceptable within the confines of not being cringe, basically. Like, yeah, I totally get that. I think the principle of Oompa Loompas in general was already like very questionable. Like, okay, but we're trying to like visualize a scenario where that's not questionable, and you're gonna try to, just for the purpose of advancing the storyline, like make it work. And even I think they did a pretty decent job of that with Wonka. It's not easy to do. It's just the optic is just so obvious there. I mean, so I won't even pursue that. Oh, Raising Arizona, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot that. You just forget that that's one of his movies. That was like way earlier. Raising Arizona was fun. It's a fun movie. Yeah. Jordy says the Iron Claw is a pretty good movie that came out last year. Nice. I think I heard about the Iron Claw, right? Now, does that have... Is that a Nicolas Cage movie, or is that the one that has Ryan Reynolds? I'm trying to remember which one's which. Yeah, and so just to circle right back to the point, like I didn't see that many movies in 2023 at all. So I don't know if Godzilla -1 is 2023 or 2024. It was really good. So I mean, it would be like 1A with Barbie if that counts as 2023. It was really good. Like, probably the best storytelling in a Godzilla movie ever. Like, it had a real like story, had real characters, it had real character development. It was really incredible stuff. And you kind of need that, because otherwise, I mean, Godzilla is just a very basic premise, right? Otherwise, so it really added some weight and dimension to the Godzilla universe. I was really impressed with it. Really good movie. Nick Cage month came about because I was going to stream The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, but people didn't get the satire, so I was like, hold on, let me show you Nick and you will. Gotcha. Jordy's asked, did you watch the George Foreman movie? No, I didn't, but it was interesting. It was definitely interesting to me because I'm a big sports fan, and so I think I should. I owe it to myself to watch it. I'm probably gonna have to get a Max subscription to get it, but I think I would most definitely be interested in it. Yeah. Like, that seems like a good call. There we go. Craig just says, fun fact, my 4th grade teacher was obsessed with Roald Dahl. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly for the record. I don't know. It's a British name, so I don't exactly know. And had his class write him a letter every year. And Roald Dahl always wrote back and sent autographed pictures. Really? He passed away when I was in 4th grade, so he wrote to him and his wife replied. She thanked us for reminding her of how much he touched the lives of children. My goodness, that's so amazing. Man, I would have totally done that if I knew I could do that in 4th grade. I loved his work so much. I've told people for years my favorite book is James and the Giant Peach. It still is. Even though it's a children's book, it's still my favorite book. It's really a great story. And what a great adventure it was. As good as the Disney movie that came out the 3D Disney animated movie about James and the Giant Peach was, it was just really, it still doesn't do anywhere close to justice to the book. Like, I think that can be done so much better. So much better. And it was good, but it could have been so much better. And it still can be so much better. I think it can be done again. And I think it would be really, really amazing if someone else were to give it a try. It's still my favorite book. It's such a great book. Yeah. King says Godzilla minus 1.0 minus 1 is a 2023 film as it was released in Japan before coming overseas. I want to see it when it's available to stream. It probably should be any moment now, actually. Yeah. I recommend it so much, King. I hope you get to see it, because like it's gonna be. If you have the option of picking the black and white version, do it, because it adds another, even an additional layer of weight and dimension and it's just for some reason it makes that even better, and that's how I saw it. I saw it in the theater in the black and white version. Most people saw it in color, and I really, really liked it. It was really good. Yeah. With some lots of great recommendations for Nick Cage here. Jordy says my favorite book has to be Green Eggs and Ham. Such a great book. I'm all about. That's a good book too. I grew up with that one. Dr. Seuss. Yeah, good times. I'm gonna recuse any comments about Dr. Seuss's life. I'm not gonna get into that. But the books were phenomenal. Like, really well written. Really, really well written. Good stuff. I still remember all the lines. I probably memorized the entire book. There wasn't that much dialogue, but I'm pretty sure I memorized the entire book. Like, if I start, I will probably finish it. So I probably won't start, because then I'll be sitting for like 10 minutes reciting the entire book from memory. So yeah, it's fair, Brett. King says, I'm a big Godzilla fan, so I'll probably see the movie in all of its forms. Well, that would be fun to just compare and contrast, right? If you did both. So yeah, definitely, if you can include it, I would do it, because it's even better. It's strange to say something would be better in less technology, but actually it is. It is really, because the movie was set in like 1947 or something like that. So it's like, yeah, it makes... It plays so much better. It hits so well when you watch it in black and white. Like, it's really Godzilla minus one. Just, oh man, recommended for all. Like, really good. Brad says, did I watch the Monarch series in Apple TV? Nope, I did not. TV is gonna be something that's gonna take a while for me to get around to at this point. But having said that, I did successfully complete Andor recently. I'm very satisfied in doing so, because it gets so much hate, and I'm like, I don't understand. I mean, I understand why it gets hate, but personally, I thought it was a very good show. I think just people just want lasers and fights and cute creatures all the time in Star Wars, and sometimes Star Wars is more than that. There are like politics involved, and characters and stories and history, and it just got really a good deep dive into all of it. It was really, really fun for me, so I really liked it. I was very much into it. I think they ended that first season with the idea they do another one. I don't think they're gonna. I think that's probably just gonna be it, because I think it got enough flack. I don't know, but again, I don't really keep up with the Star Wars universe, so I'm not exactly sure. But I will say it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Particularly excited about the way Mon Mothma was portrayed. Like, this was like pretty cool. Like, nobody knew anything about Mon Mothma during the original trilogy, and now you've just got an entire like backstory for what has someone who's really taken a lot of risks, put it all on the line multiple times, gone through a lot of grief, made sacrifices to do what she believed in. Like, that, it was just that's probably the breakout star of the series. Like, in terms of characters, like Mon Mothma was like really, really well portrayed there. It has to do with Godzilla. Interesting. Brett says, if you're in the Godzilla universe, it's a must watch. Nice. Much younger version of him. Of Godzilla? Or a much younger version of the person who was in. Okay. Oh, apparently the first time father and son ever played the same character in the series. Oh, wow. That stuff. Yeah. Okay. Did we do this? Is this done? I can't tell from here. Let's see. Oh, I see. I wonder if it worked. I'll check it out after stream. All right. So yeah, really good reviews of all the sequels. Like really good stuff there, everybody. Like it's good times. So what time is it now? How long have we been on? Like an hour? Okay. That's good. So yeah, reminder, Pinball Sorcerer tomorrow here in studio. Very excited about that. It's gonna be a really fun spot. Like I'm really looking forward. I have met Pinball before. We met in Seattle a couple years ago, and I mean specifically it was like, well, let's see, it's 24 months minus 6, so like 18 months ago. 18 months ago we met together. We met at JevCon, the first JevCon. And Pinball, what you see is what you get. It's a great, really fun guy, and it's gonna be an enjoy. And obviously, a man of many experiences. Like we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. Brett says, "Are you guys ordering a plethora of sandwiches to eat?" Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Not saying no. We'll find out about that for sure tomorrow. But we'll definitely have at least a couple. At least, yeah. Looking forward to it. I get to show Pinball the world famous gate. You know, we talked about all the sandwiches that delivered to the gate during the birthday stream a while back. I will show the gate to Pinball. This is the gate. This is the iconic gate that had many deliveries over the years, and it's a good time. Jordy says, "Too far, Brett." Now that's funny. Yeah, that was a move. That was a move, Brett. Oh man. He just beat me to it. Mods are on it tonight, folks. Let's get some mod love in the chat. It's good to see you. Brett says what? It's all good fun. It's all good fun. All good fun. And that is an expected outcome there. Actually, I should charge this laptop. You don't even see it, but I have my laptop like right in front of me. So, so yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun week. I want to see if I can convince Pinball and his group to like go to like a drum and bass thing that I heard through the grapevine that Thug Shells and Tuna Melt are gonna go to. There's a musician called Tuna Melt out there in the Twitchverse, and which it's stunning I haven't already followed that channel. I should do that right now actually, but I want to not only meet Thug Shells, but I want to meet Tuna Melt. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like Tuna Melt is probably the what I want to meet more right now. Because I mean, it's a dream for like a sandwich man like myself to meet a fellow sandwich person like Tuna Melt. So hot Tuna Melt, that is gonna be a good time. But is Pinball gonna bust a move? Very, very possibly, yeah. We do intend to do some musical content on this program tomorrow, so fair warning. There could be karaoke going on tomorrow night, so you'll definitely want to hang out for the entirety of the program tomorrow evening. It should be really fun. Yeah, I'll see if I can make the pitch to our friends that pinball happens to be a part of to make the mecca to the drum and bass show after our thing. I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns in that journey. So it would be, I don't want to focus too hard on that. The focus should be on what we're doing, and it should be a really fun time. Yeah. I think I did. Yeah, I mentioned it. Yeah, but Homer, thank you again for the 32-month resub. That's extremely kind of you. Thank you so much, my friend. Hope you're well. Yeah, Brett says he's one of my favorite people. I'll be there. I love it. I love it. Jamie is extremely excited. You know, talking about Jamie. Like, Jamie is really excited about the pinball appearance tomorrow. I am too. We did clear the schedule, just making sure that we weren't in conflict with anybody else. And as far as I know, we are not. I mentioned that our friend Vibing is not on tomorrow, so we want to make sure of that, because, like, you know, like, although we probably look, I won't get into that, but it's good that it's good to know that, because, like, that way we're not, pinball's a mod at Viber's channel, so I don't want to take pinball away from, like, mod duty at all or anything like that. So yeah, good times. Yeah, so pinball has had a really exciting week here in LA, so we will have a lot to talk about. I'm excited. Like, Pinball and his group did pretty much all the cool things you could do in LA. They've done some tours, they're seeing some shows, they're seeing some sites. It's pretty sweet. So more to come on that tomorrow night. Mods are just trolls anyway. That's fair too. That's fair too. But that's one of the things that I really enjoy about this channel. Legitimately, like, I do not want a cheering. I never have wanted a cheering section as my community. Like, I've been on some channels where people are basically just like, yeah, you're the greatest, you're the best, you're doing this, you're great, you're this, you're that, we love you, we love everything you do. And people say that. Dude, people do say that of me sometimes, but I love the trolls. The trolling is, I relish it and savor it, because it's more, for me, it's more fun, and it's more real. It's more real. Like, I would feel like after a while, if all anyone did was, like, be a yes man or yes woman or yes or a yes person for whatever I'm doing, like, I would feel like I would suspect that it's not authentic after a while. So I think I like the variety in Says, who? I've never busted your stones ever. Oh, none of that here of you, Dave. Promo for the win. I love it. Jordy says, did you recommend any good sandwich spots in LA to pinball? I have, and I think to my knowledge, Pinball did, and their group did go to Langer's at some point, but I'll confirm that tomorrow. Langer's is like the one. Like, you gotta go to Langer's, you gotta do Felipe the original. Those are the two biggest ones for me. And Tommy's, but, you know, Tommy's is kind of like, but Tommy's you can get anywhere. Like, you don't have to go out of your way for that. But those two, yeah, 100%, like, really good. And here where I am over on the west side, we have some very, very good choices as well. So I'm thinking we're probably gonna do, I think they're gonna be Bay Cities or Froman's tomorrow. Just depends on what kind of sandwiches they're in the mood for. If they want the sub sandwich, we'll go with Bay Cities. That's an Italian deli, really good. They do everything well. Same thing for Froman's, but they do the Jewish style jelly. So that's like traditional bread, rye bread, really tall, you know. So both of them are gonna give you so many choice, so much variety. Everybody could eat at either place. Like, there's something for everyone in both spots. So based on the logistics I'm looking at, I think we're gonna end up having those delivered. So we will have a gate appearance tomorrow. We will be making use of the gate tomorrow night. Have chat pick a sandwich for you. I could, but here the thing about that is that I want Pinball's impression of whatever sandwich shop we select to be a great impression, you know? So they can pick a sandwich for me, but for Pinball, I think we should let Pinball pick something he wants to eat for sure. Something that's gonna rock his world. Now, my sandwich, I would say have at it. You may select whatever you'd like. You can, if you like to include liver and and Havarti cheese. Like, if you want my nightmare sandwich, that's it. Like, Havarti cheese, liver and onions, and hoisin sauce, and Swiss with ketchup. That's my nightmare sandwich. It doesn't even matter what the bread is. It's gonna be so bad. Like, so. Oh, Minnie, I love Havarti. I ate a party about Havarti. No, it's cool. It's cool. I get it. It's a very popular cheese, so it's kind of a specific. That's just a me problem. I know that. I know I'm on an island with that. Like, I know most people like Havarti, so it's cool. Seeded Havarti. Interesting. Liver and onions. I do like blue cheese, so actually blue cheese would be a plus for me. So that wouldn't play the nightmare. I'm pro blue cheese, so I would be good with that. Caraway seeds, wild. Word up. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Blue cheese is good stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, but there it is. You would really do that, Brett? Oh, that's wild. Yeah, so I mean, Jordy says I'm not a blue cheese fan, but maybe I'm the only one. No, I think you'll have some company there. I think blue cheese is a really an acquired taste, and I don't think it's for everyone. So, yeah. Don't need to stream it. It's me IRL. Good God. Brett, 24-hour blue cheese eating stream. Please do that. Like, if you reach like a certain threshold, like, I don't know, like if you ever were to have a 20,000 oh man, like that's gonna be a great day. There was once a sketch on SCTV where like Luciano Pavarotti was eating like a block of provolone with just this knife. He was just chipping off pieces of provolone and eating it during an interview. Sounds like something like Brett would do with the blue cheese. Bro, I don't think he needs convincing. I know. Oh man, he actually just went live. Cakes just watched the constipation blow. I know. But would you do it for the bit, Brett? I mean, sometimes like that is a thing here in the Twitch world, and you know, Twitch and any content creator world really. But I look back. I can look back with fondness now at things like the Pocky Chip and Death Nut because I've survived them, and I'm like, that was quality content. It was like painful in the moment, but the reward was very much worth it. Brett, if you've got a big milestone, I would say roll everything into it, 100%. So let's see. Yeah. I think I'm having some really good moments. Last night after the movie, I was here at the office, aka my bedroom, but I was hanging out here, and my mind was so clear. It felt so good. Like I didn't have anything in my head, and it'd been a really long time since I've had even like a moment like that. and that felt great. So what did I end up doing with this clear head? I think I looked up karaoke machines. I think I was watching something on Twitch. I forgot what. I guess it was Jane's stream. Janegel, I guess. I was on a bunch of channels at that point, but yeah. So when you don't have anything on the agenda at all, when your mind has no agenda whatsoever, it's a really good feeling. And sometimes you don't know what to do with it. It's like I have nothing that I have to worry about right now. Like, that felt good. Ramos says, do you happen to have any brownies? Will not confirm or deny. Will not confirm or deny. Wouldn't be opposed to having any right now either. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, actually, I know where I was. I was at Sharp Balloons, because like Sharp Balloons has made a point about like the average age of the audience at Sharp Balloons, and then it mentioned just casually like, yeah, I'm close to that age, and everyone was close. That's a good time. It's good to hang out with Sharp. Can we give a shout out to Sharp Balloons? Yeah, maybe I have had some brownies. I didn't even know. Not technically an outlier is different than close. That's fair. That's fair. Oh my gosh. Hey, what's going on? Jerry's here. Photic Photon, what up? Dune 2 is a marvel. Loved it and loved that they used IMAX sharp colors in film. Absolutely. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier in the stream. I thought it was magnificent. It was a really great movie. So, I'm glad you enjoyed it too. What up? What up, Photon? And yeah, there's Sharp Balloons. Give our friend a follow. Sharp Balloons. Really talented. What was the channel that Sharp Balloons is on? Like, Sharp was on what channel? Like, Noggin or something? I'm like, I didn't know Sharp was on, like, TV and stuff. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, that is legit. I mean, you see her work, and it's like, of course, you know? Like, when I came in, like, Sharp had, like, 2 bubble bobble balloons. It was amazing looking. Like, it was so cool. Yeah. Sharp and Mr. Sharp. Always fun to hang out with them when they can. Jared, a question for you. We were asking people what have been your favorite sequels. Dune 2 isn't exactly a sequel, but it's close enough, so what have been your favorite sequels? I mean, when I say sequels, I mean specifically the second of a series of movies, so only the second one. Let us know. David should do voiceovers for TV shows. I would be honored. Like, I appreciate you. I would be honored to do that. It wouldn't be anything serious, I'm sure, but if someone actually were willing to take a chance on that, like, I would do it for sure. But I do think there are much more qualified people to do it right now as well. Yeah. Like, everything about the cinematography, Dennis is honestly one of my directors on my watch list to truly be a legend, with Nolan and Spielberg. I mean, going by the 2 Dune movies, like, he's on his way. That was really, really well done. Storytelling's just fantastic. Like, it's just so good. Yeah. Oh, nice. That's good. Good stuff. Yeah. I'm just so glad that they did these books justice. You know, like, that movie was such a disappointment. The first movie, the older movie, like the '84 movie, was such a disappointment. Like, it was trying too hard there, and it just didn't hit. But you knew that the story had so much potential for it to be an epic, and it really was. And it was allowed the time and the budget to really give you the full breadth of what the world of Dune was, and it's really great. There's actually a lot of similarity to Star Wars in Dune. I think some of that is deliberate. I think they purposely set some stuff up to make it look like more like Star Wars and make it act out more like Star Wars, but that's kind of the idea. And there's some Avengers stuff in there too. That's kind of had an Avengers feel as well. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, any other sequels you all have been into? I mean, as I said, like Dune parts 1 and 2, the expectation of it was obviously going to be great, but you also knew it was going to be good because essentially they filmed the whole thing in like one sitting. I feel like they did the whole thing in one sitting. I'll never truly know, but I did not realize there were 3 years between the two movies though. I thought there was just like 2, but actually it came out longer than I realized. So I saw Dune 1 on Sunday with my parents because like I was visiting them for the day, and so we put it on Max and it was like just so good, and it's like it got me pumped. I'm like, I'm ready to go see part 2. Like, let's go see part 2. And so I got the ticket for part 2, went to see the movie. So good, so good. I'm so happy I did that. Romo says, are we including games? Because Street Fighter... Oh, yes! Oh, let's do games, too. Let's do video games. Video game sequels is a great call. Yeah, Street Fighter 2, like, just stomps all over Street Fighter 1. There actually is a Street Fighter 1. And, like, I've seen it on YouTube. And, like, man, like, it's not even... It's kind of the same thing, like, T2 versus T1. Like, the same idea. Like, but, yeah, Street Fighter 2 is a great call. Yeah, Street Fighter 1 was just, like... a very forgettable game. Yeah. Brett says Streets of Rage 2, Streets of Rage. I don't remember Streets of Rage too much, but I definitely take your word for it on that, yeah. Oh, Halo is my favorite sequel of all time. Now, what is Halo a sequel to? Or do you mean Halo 2 is your favorite sequel? It's pretty good, Jordy. Yeah, I like it. I was a Sega boy versus Nintendo. Oh, both games. Okay, yeah. I don't think Doom 2 is better than Doom 1, but Doom 2 was good. I guess pretty good. Maybe Doom was just simply just like an add-on pack to Doom 1 even. I don't even know if it's that much of a sequel, but I do remember it being pretty good. So that's one thing about it. If you want to include rock albums in this, I think Bat Out of Hell 2 Back into Hell was a pretty solid sequel for Meatloaf, so we can go that route too. Yeah, I love it. Any other? Well, Super Mario 2 was really good, right? Like Super Mario, like both Super Mario 2s, but really the US Super Mario 2 was like really enjoyable. Very extremely satisfying game. It almost just felt like a completely parallel universe, like in much the same vein that, well, this is a third movie, but Fast and Furious 3 Tokyo Drift, like that was almost like a parallel movie within the franchise. It was like taking place in a different timeline completely. And Mario 2 kind of had the same vibe. It was just like a really great game. Like the idea you could throw things, it's just like, it was a game changer. Like you can throw things in video games? Like it was so unbelievable. Like it was like, yes. Like, yeah. Oh, Mega Man 2 is a great call, Jordy. Great call. What's the bread did you own a Saturn? I bet you, that's a good, Brett, did you own a Saturn? That's a good question. Oh, you did not. Okay. But you did have Dreamcast. I like Dreamcast. You know what? Dreamcast had an unfortunate timing. It just sucks that Dreamcast didn't get more of a chance. It was a really good system. I really missed it. I mean, I didn't have one, but my friend did, and we went to my friend's house and we played the Dreamcast a lot, and it was extremely short-lived. Not as short-lived as the Saturn was, but still pretty short-lived. Yeah. It's just too bad. A lot of great games on there. The entire like 2K series started there. Like it was 2K, football 2K and NBA 2K like were on Dreamcast in the beginning, and just terrific games. Like the graphics for the time were fantastic. So the whole 2K series is such a phenomenon now, and it kind of started humbly that way. But yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about video game system sequels, the PS2 does seem like a pretty good choice. Like PS2 was a really, really, really good sequel to PS1. Like it was a great console. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, nice. Yeah, Mega Man 2 is a fantastic pick there, Jordy. Fantastic pick. If Sega would have just integrated a DVD player, well, we would have. The only time would really tell. Yeah. Other sequels. What about Double Dragon 2? What do y'all think of that one? That's pretty good. Bases Loaded 2 was pretty nice. Like, there was a big step up from Bases Loaded 1. You know, the baseball game. Like, that was pretty good. So I'll put that one in. I'll put that one in for sure. Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat 2 is a great choice. Yeah. I mean, they kind of almost feel like the same game, but MK2 was really good, and MK3 was really good. Like, that was just a phenomenal trilogy. Yeah. Yeah, that was really great. I completely agree with that, Brett. Yeah. Pole Position 2, actually, I would put that down too. Pole Position 2 had the graphics really picked up the pace there. Like it was really good. The mechanics felt more accurate, and you had more tracks, and so very good follow-up to Pole Position. But it was similar enough to Pole Position 1 where I think it still had the spirit of the original game, you know. So Pole Position 2 was pretty solid. Yeah. Rohomo is going. Wait, where do I have it? Do I have it? Which of these is it? Yeah, here it is. Need to learn how to use my use my technology over here. Okay. Prepare to qualify. Like you don't even know what they're saying. Like, oh, sorry. When you first start playing the game, you don't even know what they're saying, and then you kind of realize that they're saying prepare to qualify. Yeah. Well, Legend of Zelda 2 was like a Link to the Past, I think. Yeah, that was pretty good. I still think the original Zelda was better, but it was definitely a good sequel. It was different, which is what it needed to do, I think. It needed to do that. Yeah. Brett says, you ever played the original GTA 1 and 2? They are hysterically bad. I have not. Round 1, fight. Yes. Here's an interesting follow-up question to the Street Fighter 2 topic. Did they ever get around to Street Fighter 3? I don't think they did. It was like Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting Edition, Super Street Fighter 2 Alpha. Like, I don't think they ever got to 3. It just kept, like, adding on to 2. All right, Brad, have a good rest of your night. Thank you so much for hanging out again. Loved all your movie recommendations. And, yeah. Take care, my friend. Shout out, Brett. Quake 2, aren't they like 6? Oh, Mass Effect must be in like 12, right? Mass Effect has had quite a few sequels. I'm kind of wondering the same thing. Yeah. But, yeah, thanks for shout, Brahmo. Yeah. Mass Effect 2 was pretty good, though. Like, I mean, just from what I've seen on stream, it's a pretty good call. Let me see. It's been a fun night. Like, oh, there's actually Street Fighter 6 now? Oh, yeah, nice. Okay. That is cool. I didn't know about I mean, I guess you'd be able to make sense it'd be on 6 by now. They kind of undersold it. Like, they could be on Street Fighter 20 at this point. But, Street Fighter 6, pretty cool. Resident Evil 2. Ooh, that's another good one, Jordy. Yeah. Did someone mention Quake 2? Oh yeah, Roma mentioned Quake 2. That's another good call. That's another good call. I played Quake 1. It was revolutionary for its time. Like, never really thought about a game where you could not only go left, right, up, no, left, right, back, and front, but you could go up and down too. It was really interesting. You're essentially playing like a drone. That's pretty cool. Was there a Myst 2? If there was, I don't imagine it was great. Probably on like Super Street Fighter 6 Alpha Champion Edition. I think I'm with you on that one. Yeah. Portal 2, have you played on stream? I did, yeah. So Portal 2, and that's another good sequel. That's a good call. Portal 2 was awesome. Yeah. I played that with the Rusty Panda. If there was, I totally missed it. Let's go. That was phenomenal. I love it. Hold on, I'm gonna check something right now. There's something missing from our stream. I'm just wondering if I like... No, nope. 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 Nope, I think we're fine. Well, y'all, this has been a fun time. Thank you again for hanging out tonight. I mean, I probably have another half an hour in me, but if there's anything you want to do in the next 30 minutes, feel free to let me know. But otherwise, you could just go ahead and raid out. It's been really good to hang out with you all tonight. Y'all a good, great hang, of course. Thank you so much for your time. And yes, there's the upcoming schedule. Pinball tomorrow, Iacane on Monday, Carrot the week after. It's really going to be a great couple weeks here on the Sandwich Show. I'm really looking forward to all the cool guests. Let me see. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Jerry. I appreciate that. And shout out to our friend Jared as well. Good to see you. All right. Is Muppets still here? It was really great to see Muppets again. I hadn't seen Muppets in a minute. Missed you, buddy. Glad to see you. Now, wait a second. What's going on over here? Oh, okay. I think I got it. All right. Oh, look at this. I have an idea. I think I have an idea. Okay. So you're like, okay, I'm stuck between like two choices, right? So I'm stuck between like two choices. But, well, before I make a decision here, I better refresh the page. I've done that before. Just where I've raided into empty channels because I didn't know what was happening. So I need to double check something else. Give me a sec here. Just a second. We're going to go double check this. Double checking. Checking. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay. I know I do this. I know I have this habit of rating people at the end of their streams, and it's not something I want to do. So maybe we just won't do that then. Okay. Let's just try something else then. Oh man, I'm having that moment where I don't have anything in my head again. It's quite a moment. It's a good feeling though. It's like a release. I had someone else in mind too, and I'm trying to remember where they were. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. It's not coming to me. That's all right. Let's hang out a little bit more. Let's hang out a little bit more. Anybody want to hear me do my Sharona? No, computer's fine. That was part of the music track. That music was intentional. Wait a second. Who's... I don't remember that person. Should we do this? I think we'll do this. I think we'll do this. We'll do... It's a questionable decision to switch to music when you've already had such a good hang with the chatting. All right, I'll ask this question then. If you had one song, one shot, no, if you had one song you wanted me to play tonight, and it doesn't necessarily have to be from the song list, like, is there one song you want to hear tonight? Like one pop song, one pretty popular song. Do you have a song you would be interested in hearing tonight? Just throw it in the chat. You can request it too, but Okay, yeah, sounds good. Actually, I need to do one too. So let me go take I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back in like 5. Throw those suggestions for songs in the chat, everybody. I'd love to hear them. I will make an attempt at every single song as long as it's not like classical or something crazy. We'll make an attempt at all of it. I'll be right back. Thank you so much. Oh, that's an interesting one, Jordy. I might do that with karaoke, actually. Yeah. I don't remember enough. Again, that's like one of those songs I want to do, but I don't know if I know enough about it. But I think I do. I'll be right back. Okay, that got a little messed up. I was trying to play the song that Jordy suggested on the phone, I realized that the Spotify was still running over here, so I just played it over here. So I had to stop that immediately, obviously, or else I'd get a copyright strike. Ugh. So let's reset this for a little bit, shall we? I need to go back over here, and I don't even remember what the song was I was playing at the time, so I have to start over here at some point. This is kind of crazy. Okay, let's try that again. So I'll have to figure out Ring Ring in a different way. Jordy, good to see. I'm gonna go give that a shot. I just wish I could remember what the song was. So I'm gonna do it on karaoke then, and we'll see how that goes. Brendan, what's going on? Indubitably, Brendan. Nice to see you. Shout out, Brendan. How was the bucket? I don't know the bucket for which you speak, but the movie was great. They did not have that popcorn bucket people were talking about. I didn't see it. I was looking for it. They did not have the bucket, so I went ahead and just had a regular popcorn. Yeah. I think we're talking about the same thing. Yeah. I was looking for it. I wanted to get it, but it wasn't around, unfortunately. Yeah. Big disappointment. Yeah, maybe, possibly. Yeah, but yeah, the movie was fantastic. It was really, really great. So, let's take a moment. Let's do some bonus karaoke show, folks. I'm gonna go start this up. And since it's karaoke, I don't have to worry as much about noise, because noise is primarily from the vibrations of the piano. That bothers people downstairs the most, which makes sense. But if it's karaoke, it's not as big a problem. I'm doing the German version for the content, Davey. Yeah. Davey, you should start a playlist of Spotify, some of my favorite songs. I might have one. I have to go back and look. Yeah. Interesting to compile that. Yeah, I could always link that to you on Discord if I get around to that. Cause I could come up with a few songs there. Yeah. All right. So first question: do we have the song? Yes, we do. Is this the first time someone's done Ring Ring karaoke in here? I thought you did. Didn't you do that song? Or did you do Honey Honey? I thought you did that song, Brendan, on this channel, if no less. I think I remember that. So this would be the second time we've done Ring Ring on this channel. And I'm sorry, I forgot most of it. Yeah, exactly. Complete with wig, I remember it well, you know? Yeah. Did we give you a shout out yet, Brendan? I hope so. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, King, for that. First time it's done well. No, that already happened. This will not be the second time it's done well. I promise. Because I don't know if it's a song. So we'll try it. I'm probably gonna need to have I'm gonna have to have the lead vocal for some of this, because like I just don't remember. I think I'll pick it up after like a minute, but let's try this out first. So thank you, Brendan. Appreciate the support. Let's do it. Okay, so let me get the song list back. I am going to... Oh, not that one. This one. There we go. And I'm going to punch in... By the way, for those of you joining us late, important note, pinball in studio tomorrow. I can't wait. And we'll have more karaoke than that night, too. We're going to do some extra karaoke during that spot as well. I think. We'll see what pinball is, but that's the plan. We'll see if it plays out. Ring by ABBA. By Jordy. Okay. That should be in there now. All right. Also, I'm the only one dumb enough to not realize ABBA is a matchup, but that is correct. Yeah. Their first initials make up the letters ABBA. That's all good. It's all good. You're good. You've heard the Spanish, German, and Swedish version of the song, Jordy? I didn't even think it was a song you would have known. That's interesting, Jordy. I see you're a big ABBA fan. I love it. I'm a big ABBA fan too. Can I name all of them? Of course. Agnantha, Anna-Frid, Benny, and Bjorn. Absolutely. Yeah. I couldn't call myself an ABBA fan if I didn't know their names. Yeah. They were a proper European band. Yeah. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate your endorsement. All right, here we go. So this is called Ring Ring. With I'm singing along to it in the beginning though, so I can eventually remember what it was. All right. Oh yeah. I think I got it. Up sitting by phone. I was waiting all alone. Baby by myself. Sit, wait, and wonder about you. It was dark and dreary night. Seems like nothing's going right. Won't you tell me, honey, how can I go on here without you? Yes, I'm down, feeling blue, and I don't know what to do. Oh, ring, ring, why don't you give me a call? Okay. Ring, ring, the happiest sound of them all. Ring, ring, I stare at the phone on the wall, and I sit alone patiently. Won't you please understand the need in me? So ring, ring, why don't you give me a call? So ring, ring, why don't you give me a call? And now you're gone. Hey, did I do something wrong? I can't believe that I could be so badly mistaken. Was it me or was it you? Tell me, are we really through? Won't you hear me cry? And you know my heart is breaking. Please forgive and then forget. Or maybe, darling, better yet. Oh, ring, ring, why don't you give me a call? Ring, ring, the happiest sound of them all. Ring, ring, I stare at the phone on the wall, and I sit all alone impatiently. Would you please understand the need in me? So ring, ring, why don't you give me a call? So ring, ring, why don't you give me a call? Oh, ring, ring, why don't you give me a call? So ring, ring, why don't you give me a call? Oh, ring, ring, why don't you give me a call? All right, that's for you, Jordy. Thank you. Pretty good. Okay. Any more requests? I have about 17 minutes. 17 minutes. 17 minutes. Can't shake loose. I heard that in the car yesterday. That's funny. So Can't Shake Loose is a solo hit by Agnetha that was done after... oh, this might be more of a challenge than I expected. Okay. Brendan's always good at challenging folks with their with the deep cuts. 17 May Winger. One at a time. We'll do this one first. Does anybody else want to request a song? Let's throw them all in. Let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. Nope. This doesn't have the synchronized tracks. I'm gonna have to try something else. So let's do another song. Yeah, you can do Magic, or 17 by, I do not know 17 by Winger. I would have no idea what that song is, so I'll probably do You Can Do Magic. Although, I don't remember, I know the chorus. You can do magic, magic around, you got done well, when you cast that spell. Okay, but what's the beginning of it, though? I think I could do it. Albuquerque. Nah, I said 17 minutes. not 170 minutes. I think I'm gonna do that for the streamiversary though. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. That'll be like a. I never believed in things I couldn't see, said I couldn't feel. How could it be? No magic could happen to me. And then I saw you, and I couldn't believe it. Took my heart, I couldn't retrieve it. Said to myself, what it's all about. Now I know there can be no doubt. You can do magic. You can have anything that you desire. Magic. And you know you're the one who can put out the fire. You know darn well when you cast your spell, you get your way. When you hypnotize with your eyes, a heart of stone can turn to clay. Do 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 do. And when the rain is beaten upon this pain, the night it gets so cold, I can't sleep. Again you come to me. Believe it, where the world you could dry, with a word you could dry my tears. You could do magic. You can have anything that you desire. Magic. You know you're the one who could put out the fire. You know darn well when you cast your spell, you get your way. When you hypnotize with your eyes, a heart of stone can turn to clay. Do 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 do. If I wanted to, I can never be free. I never believed it was true. Now it's so clear to me. You can do magic. You can have anything that you desire. Magic. And you know you're the one who can put out the fire. You know darn well when you cast your spell, you're your way. When you hypnotize with your eyes, a heart of stone can turn to clay. Do 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 do. You're the one who could put out the fire. Do 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 do. Oh, sorry. Do 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 do. You're the one who could put out the fire. Do 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 do. You're the one who could put out the fire. Do 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 do. You're the one who could put out the fire. I love it. Thank you, Brendan. I'm actually ahead of you on this song, everybody. So I'm like, okay, this is a song about magic. I just thought of 3 other songs about magic, and I'm going to do them all in a row. If you have any other songs about magic you want to hear, please put them in the chat. And as long as I know them, I can do it. But before we do this, I do want to I want to catch up on chat. And King was saying, "Yeah, I saw sparks fly from the corner of my eye when I turned." What was? Oh, that's a song for that's the 17 song. Nice. How else would they tour internationally? Um, that's a deep ass cut. I did love the idea that I inspired Brendan's cogs in his brain when I mentioned that the virus alert was inspired by Sparks, which I do believe. I stand by that. I do think that's like very much a Sparks type song that Weird Al Yankovic did for the Straight Out of Linwood album way back, 2006. Sponsorship deals by Budweiser, Metal Edge Magazine, hosted by MTV. Love it. Okay, so let's 3 songs about magic. The first of these is going to be called Magic. It's by Olivia Newton-John. It's from the really, really, really awful. Like, you might be thinking, well, it's probably just like cheesy but still fun. It's just genuinely a bad movie. But it had the best soundtrack. The movie was called Xanadu, and this is one of the greatest songs from that album. It reached #1 in the summer of 1980. Great tune. This one's called Magic. But yeah, if you ever watch that movie, you'll see what I mean. It was brutal. It was so bad. Like, it wasn't even kind of good. It was awful. It was so bad. These chords are absurd. Like, I think I can do it, but it. Come take my hand. Oh no. You should know me. I've always been in your mind. Good call, Davey. You know I will be kind. I'll be guiding you, building your dream. As to start now, there's no other road to take. You won't make a mistake. I'll be guiding you. You have to believe we are magic. Nothing can balk in our way. You have to believe we are magic. Don't let your aim ever stray. And if all your hopes survive, destiny will arrive and walk all your dreams alive for you and you and you. And bring all your dreams alive for you. That was great. It's such a jam. Such a jam. Thank you for singing along, everybody. Like, it was really fun. So, there are two other really popular songs that have magic in the title of their song. In fact, they're just called Magic. There are three songs that hit it big with a title called Magic. This is the second one. This is Magic from a group out of Boston that once lived as a band, and they are known as the Cars. Let's go. Oh, that's loud. Summer, it turns me upside down. Summer, 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 it's like a merry-go-round. I see you under the midnight, all shackles and bows. Our high shoes with the cleats are clicking, a temperamental glow. Well, don't let me go. Gotta hold on you, gotta hold on you, gotta hold on you tonight. Ooh, oh, I gotta hold on you, gotta hold on you, gotta hold on you. That's right. Uh-oh, it's magic when I'm with you. Oh, it's magic. Uh-oh, it's magic. Just a little magic. You know it's true. I gotta hold on you. Oh, twisted under sideways down. I know you're getting twisted and you can't calm down. I see you under the midnight, love darts in your eyes. How far can you take it till you realize there's magic in your eyes? I gotta hold on you, gotta hold on you, gotta hold on you tonight. Gotta hold on you, gotta hold on you, gotta hold on you, yeah, oh yeah, uh-oh, it's magic, oh, when I'm with you, oh, it's magic, uh-oh, it's magic, there's a little bit of magic, pulls me through, I gotta hold on you. I've gotta hold on you, gotta hold on you, gotta hold on you tonight. That's right, magic. Uh-oh, it's magic. Oh, it's magic when I'm with you. Oh, it's magic. Uh-oh, it's magic. Just a little magic inside of you, inside of you. Uh-oh, it's magic. It's a little bit of magic. That's true. When I'm with you, oh, it's magic. Your magic pulls me through. Oh, it's magic. Oh, it's magic. All right. Yeah. Good times. Good times. Whew. Okay, so one more in our magic triple shot. Or maybe quadruple shot, right? Because there's like 4 songs. We need the liquid for this one. Okay. Thank you, King. And thank you, Brendan. I'm glad you both liked the song. Thank you so much, everybody. There is a song by Coldplay called Magic, but I don't know it, so I will not be able to include that in the list of songs. But we have this one for you. This one goes out to AT&T. It'll make sense once you hear it. Oh, it's magic. Oh my God. You know. Oh no. Never believe it's not so. Oh God, no. It's magic. You know. Never believe it's not so. Never been awake. Never seen a daybreak. Leaning on my pillow in the morning. Thank you, Brendan. Lazy day in bed. Music in my head. Crazy music playing in the morning light. Oh, it's magic. You know. Never believe it's not so. It's magic. You know, never believe it's not so. Well, my sunny day, dreaming far away, dreaming on my pillow in the morning. Never been awake, never seen a daybreak. Been on my pillow in the morning light. Oh, it's magic, you know. Never believe it's not so. It's magic, you know. Never believe it's not so. Oh, it's magic. Here we go. You know. Deep breaths. Never believe it's not so. It's magic. You know. Never believe it's not so. Oh, wait, not yet. There we go. Sorry, neighbors. I got one more. Please, anybody else that wants to suggest a song, throw it in the chat. But I'm gonna do one more for myself. One more of my own decisions, of my own, because it just goes so well with this other song. So it goes so well with this penultimate song we just did. So I'm gonna do one more. Because the pilot, this is just a great compliment to Pilot. It's not Magic, but it's close. It's in the same neighborhood as Magic. Okay. Oh, that's a good. I'm doing that. Absolutely, I'd love to do that. It's a great idea. Jordy says, "Putting on the Ritz" by Taco. Let's go. And Taco is an actual person's name, the actual guy's name. That's actually interesting. Because he's from, I think he's Dutch, so like that's actually his name. Interesting. And that's something I should ask when we get to. The Netherlands has an extremely rich history of music. It's kind of insane. Like, that's something I'll get into. Hopefully, I wonder. It's kind of amazing. It's actually kind of amazing. Okay, so this one's here we go. Let's do it. Here we go. Pilot had another hit. No, it's not from Pilot. It's a different song for a different person. Listen. I think you like it. Yeah. Crying on my pillow, lonely in my bed. Then I heard a voice beside me. Softly she said, "Wonders you're not like magic is your dream." As I held her, she said, "See what I mean?" I said, "What?" She said, "Oh, woo woo wee." I said, "Alright." She said, "Love me, love me, love me. Undercover angel, midnight fantasy. I've never had a dream that made sweet love to me. Undercover angel, answer to my prayer. You made me know that there's a love for me out there. Yeah, somewhere. Heavenly surrender, sweet afterglow. I'm giving up my heart to you now, angel, don't go." She said, "Go find the right one, love her, and then when you look into her eyes, you'll see me again." I said, "What?" She said, "Ooh wee." I said, "Alright." She said, "Love me, love me, love me. Undercover angel, midnight fantasy. I've never had a dream that made sweet love to me. Ooh, undercover angel, answer to my prayer. You made me know that there's a love for me out there. Yeah, somewhere." Now you know my story, and girl, if it's right, I'm gonna take you in my arms and love you tonight. Underneath the covers, the answer lies. I'm looking for my angel in your sweet loving eyes. She said, "What?" I said, "Ooh woo wee." She said, "Alright." I said, "Lay next to me." She said, "What?" I said, "Ooh wee." She said, "Alright." She said, "Love me, love me, love me. Undercover angel, midnight fantasy. I've never had a dream that made sweet love to me. Ooh, undercover angel, answer to my prayer. You made me know that there's a love for me. Love me, love me, love me. Undercover angel, midnight fantasy. I've never had a dream made sweet love to me. Ooh, undercover angel, answer to my prayer. You made me know that there's a love for me out there, out there, out there, out there, out there. Go out there, yeah, out there, out there, out there, out there, yeah. All right. So yeah, Alamo Day, Undercover Angel. That was fun. Now for Jordy, we're going to do Putting on the Ritz by Taco. Are you ready? Let's go. It's a good one. I know this song very well because I've heard it many times. I even know the break. Hopefully the break's in here. We'll see. This song actually was a much older song than you think. Like it came out, Irving Berlin wrote it in the 30s. It's old. Let's go. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Jordy sits? Putting on the Ritz. Different types wear a day coat, pants with stripe and cutaway coat, perfect fits. Putting on the Ritz. Dressed up like $1 million Borker, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Come, let's mix with Rockefellers, walk with sticks or umbrellas in their mitts. Putting on the Ritz. Have you seen the well-to-do up and down Park Avenue on that famous thoroughfare with their noses in the air? High hats and Arab colors, white spats and lots of dollars, spending every dime for a wonderful time. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Jordy sits? Putting on the Ritz. Different types who wear a day coat, pants with stripes and cutaway coat, perfect fits. Putting on the Ritz. Dressed up like $1 million Borker, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Come, let's mix with Rockefellers, walk with sticks or umbrellas in their mitts. Putting on the Ritz. Dressed up like $1 million Borker, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Jordy sits? Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. Move. Move. Gotta dance. Gotta dance, 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 dance. Go to, why don't you go where passion sits? Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. Ah, beauty. Put on the Ritz, the song written by Irving Berlin. Yes. Also for the musical of the same name. Love it. Thank you, Jordy. Thank you very much. Putting on a Ritz. Could be good. Want to try that? Worth a try. That's going to do it tonight. Thank you, everybody, for your suggestions. I appreciate you being here. Love the chat tonight, too. That was fun. Thank you so much for your time. Let's go find someone to raid. Let's go. Okay, who are we going to raid tonight? Let's see. He had a Mel Torme quality voice. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, that's high praise indeed. Thank you, Brendan. Yeah. I also appreciate that song choice because it gave my voice a break. It was a little easier on my register, so that's cool. I appreciate that, Jordy. Now I think we got a pretty good feel for where to go. Let's go see who we got tonight. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is an even bigger risk than it was like 30 minutes ago, but you know what? We're going to do it anyway because it's going to be our last chance to do this while it's going to be a little odd for the streamer because we were already in chat earlier tonight, but let's take the risk. I do this all the time. Please forgive me for what I'm about to do. We don't need a song, but we do need to say hello and give some love to our good friend. Get ready. Thank you for the raid calls. Thumb love in the chat, please. Everybody, it's great to see Jamie wasn't here, but King was here, Mahoma was here, and it was really great to see everybody tonight. So mod love for everybody. Big time mod love. Let's copy those raid calls. We're gonna go head out, and hopefully, I know Brendan will appreciate this. I think our friend is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 senses working overtime. We're gonna go hang out with Natalie Page, and I think it's been a while since we've been there. So let's go say hi to Natalie Page. And what I'm hoping for is that whenever Natalie is done with stream, we will go to another place where I had in mind to raid anyway. So this could work. This could be 2 raids for 1. 2 raids for the price of 1. We'll find out. We'll see if I'm right or not. You stay with me in the chat, and I will determine whether that my gamble is successful or not. I'll update you in Discord too, I guess. But let's do it. Or maybe I just don't know how to spell tonight. That wouldn't be a first for me. Oh, you know what? Oh, of course it's. That's right. I got it. I can do this. Okay. Davies. I know. Seriously. Okay, so we're gonna go say hi to Natalie Page. Folks, give her a friend a follow. Natalie Page is about to move to the other side of the country, but until then, there's some great music to be had. And once they do, once Natalie and Anthony and Charlotte all move across the country to the East Coast, there will be more music once again. But currently she's in Seattle on the West Coast. Let's give all the love to our good friend Natalie and say hi. That's your opinion, Brett. Let's say good night. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for... Come back tomorrow. We're back with Pinball. Don't miss it. Pinball Sorcerer tomorrow in studio. 9 o'clock Eastern. Be there. We'll see you there. Say hi to Natalie. She misses Duncan. They have Duncan everywhere now, though. But I dig it. Good night, everybody. We'll see ya at Natalie Page. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much. Copy those raid calls. Let's do it.